The rising sun painted the sky with hues of orange and red, casting a warm glow over the serene landscape. The mountains stood tall, their peaks kissed by the first light of dawn, a symbol of hope and new beginnings. In a small traditional Japanese home, a young boy named Hiro awoke to the gentle embrace of the morning light. The soft rays filtered through the paper windows, illuminating his modest room and filling it with a sense of calm and purpose. Hiro was small for his age, but his spirit burned bright with an unyielding determination. His eyes, filled with resolve, reflected the dreams that danced in his heart. Hiro dreamt of becoming a samurai, a warrior of strength and honor. He often gazed at the samurai armor displayed in his home, imagining himself donning it one day. With a wooden sword in hand, he practiced with unwavering focus, each swing a step closer to his dream. Life, however, was harsh in his village. The rustic surroundings, though beautiful, were a constant reminder of the struggles faced by its inhabitants. Food was scarce and danger lurked around every corner. The empty rice fields and the sparse food market painted a picture of hardship and survival. But Hiro possessed a fierce determination that set him apart. His intense expression during training sessions spoke volumes about his commitment. He would not be deterred by the challenges that lay ahead. Each day, he trained with his wooden sword, his movements becoming swifter and more precise with every practice. Hiro began training every day, starting with simple exercises to strengthen his young body. He knew that a strong foundation was essential for mastering the art of the sword. He started with push-ups and jogging through the rural paths of his village, building his stamina and resilience. The serene surroundings provided a perfect backdrop for his rigorous training. He practiced with wooden swords in the open fields, his movements becoming more fluid and precise. Each swing, each stance was a testament to his growing skill and dedication. Hiro also studied the ancient art of swordsmanship, memorizing every stance and strike from the old scrolls. He spent hours poring over the texts, absorbing the wisdom of the samurai who came before him. Years passed in this dedicated pursuit of his dream. The changing seasons marked the passage of time, but Hiro's resolve remained steadfast. He grew older, his skills honed through relentless practice. Hiro faced many challenges along the way. He encountered obstacles that tested his willpower and determination. Other boys mocked his size and ambition, their taunts echoing in his ears. But Hiro's spirit was unbreakable. He suffered injuries that tested his resolve, each wound a reminder of the price of his dreams. Yet he tended to his wounds with care, never allowing them to dampen his spirit. But Hiro refused to give up. With each setback, he trained with renewed vigor, his determination shining brighter than ever. He knew that achieving greatness required unwavering dedication. Whether it was under the scorching sun or in the pouring rain, Hiro practiced tirelessly, his resolve unshaken. He clung to his dream, his spirit unbroken. As he gazed at the horizon, wooden sword in hand, Hiro's heart swelled with hope and determination. He knew that one day, he would become the samurai he had always dreamed of being. Hiro blossomed into a skilled warrior. His years of relentless training had paid off. He wielded his katana with deadly grace. His movements were fluid, a dance of strength and precision. Hiro's reputation grew with each battle he fought. Word of his bravery and skill spread throughout the land. He became known as Hiro the Relentless, a title earned through countless acts of courage. He fought alongside his fellow samurai, defending their lands from invaders. Hiro never sought glory for himself. He fought for the safety of his people and the honor of his clan. His loyalty was unwavering. Through the fires of countless battles, Hiro's spirit remained strong. He had witnessed unimaginable horrors. He had lost friends and comrades on the battlefield. Yet, he never lost his compassion. Hiro understood the true cost of war. He longed for a day when peace would prevail. One evening, as the sun began its descent, casting a golden hue over the tranquil landscape, Hiro found himself in a small village nestled in the heart of rural Japan. The air was thick with the scent of cherry blossoms, and the distant sound of a flowing river added to the serene atmosphere. The villagers had gathered in the central square, their faces etched with fear and worry. Mothers clutched their children tightly, and the elderly whispered prayers under their breath. Bandits had been terrorizing the region for weeks, leaving destruction in their wake. The villagers were desperate for protection, their once peaceful lives now overshadowed by constant fear. Hiro, ever the protector, stepped forward and vowed to help. His voice was steady and reassuring, a beacon of hope in their darkest hour. As he spoke with the villagers, a young girl approached him, her steps hesitant yet determined. She was small and thin, her clothes ragged and worn from hardship. Yet there was something about her that caught Hero's attention. Her eyes, though young, shone with a wisdom beyond her years. They were the eyes of someone who had seen too much, yet still held on to hope. The girl, named Hana, reminded Hero of his younger sister, long gone. Memories of his sister flooded back, bringing with them a mix of sorrow and nostalgia. He felt a pang of sadness but also a surge of hope. In Hana's eyes, he saw a reflection of his sister's spirit, a reminder of the innocence and purity he had once known. Hana spoke to Hero with a quiet courage that belied her age. Her voice was soft but steady, each word carrying the weight of her experiences. She told him of the suffering the bandits had caused, the nights spent in fear, and the days filled with uncertainty. Her words painted a vivid picture of the villagers' plight. Yet, amidst the tales of hardship, she spoke of her dreams for a peaceful world, a world where children could play without fear and families could live in harmony. Hero listened intently, his heart touched by her words. He realized that her dreams were not just her own but the dreams of every villager, every child and every soul yearning for peace. He realized that his pursuit of strength and glory had blinded him to the simple beauty of life. The laughter of children, the warmth of a family, the peace of a quiet evening, these were the true treasures. He had forgotten the importance of compassion and kindness. In that moment, Hero made a silent vow to not only protect the villagers but to cherish the simple, beautiful moments of life. He understood that true strength lay not in the sword, but in the heart. Hero spent the night in the village, protecting its inhabitants from harm. The village had been under threat for weeks, and Hero's presence brought a sense of security to the people. His keen senses and unwavering vigilance ensured that no harm would come to the villagers while he stood guard. As dawn broke, he knew he could no longer live the life of a warrior. The rising sun illuminated the village, casting a warm glow over the rooftops and fields. Hero felt a profound sense of peace wash over him, a stark contrast to the turmoil of battle. He realized that his heart yearned for tranquility and a life free from the constant threat of violence. Hana's words had ignited a spark within him, a longing for a different path. She had spoken of a life filled with love, community and purpose beyond the sword. Her gentle voice and kind eyes had touched something deep within Hero, awakening a desire for a future he had never dared to imagine. He decided to lay down his sword and embrace a life of peace. The decision was not easy, but it felt right. He carefully placed his katana on the ground, symbolizing the end of his days as a warrior. The countryside around him seemed to breathe a sigh of relief, as if nature itself approved of his choice. He bid farewell to his fellow samurai, explaining his decision. They gathered around him, listening intently as he spoke of his newfound purpose. Hero's words were filled with conviction and hope, and though his comrades were saddened by his departure, they understood his need for change. They were shocked at first, but they respected his choice. The bond they shared as warriors was strong, and they knew that Hero's decision was not made lightly. With deep bows and words of encouragement, they wished him well on his new journey. Hero returned to his village, his heart filled with a newfound purpose. The familiar sights and sounds of home welcomed him back, and he felt a sense of belonging that he had never experienced before. His steps were lighter, and his spirit soared with the possibilities that lay ahead. He would dedicate his life to raising a family and contributing to his community. Hero's days were now filled with meaningful work and the joy of helping others. He found fulfillment in the simple tasks of daily life, knowing that he was making a difference in the lives of those around him. Hero began by helping to rebuild homes and farms destroyed by war. The village had suffered greatly, and there was much work to be done. Hero's strength and determination inspired others to join him, and together they worked tirelessly to restore their community. He shared his knowledge of agriculture and construction, teaching others the skills he had learned during his travels. Hero's experiences as a warrior had given him a unique perspective, and he used this knowledge to improve the lives of his fellow villagers. His teachings were met with gratitude and respect, and the village began to thrive once more. He married and started a family, his heart overflowing with love for his wife and children. Hero's home was filled with laughter and warmth, and he cherished every moment spent with his loved ones. The bonds he formed with his family were stronger than any he had known as a warrior. Hero finally understood the true meaning of happiness. It was not found in the glory of battle or the honor of the sword, but in the simple joys of everyday life. Surrounded by the beauty of the countryside and the love of his family, Hero's heart was at peace. He had found his true calling, and it was more fulfilling than he had ever imagined. Years turned into decades. Hero's hair turned silver, and his face became etched with the lines of time. But his spirit remained as strong as ever. He was surrounded by his loving family and a grateful community. He had lived a life filled with purpose and meaning. As Hero lay on his deathbed, he felt a sense of peace wash over him. He had no regrets. He had lived his life to the fullest, embracing both the joys and sorrows that came his way. He had known the thrill of battle and the tranquility of peace. He had loved and lost, laughed and cried. His children and grandchildren gathered around him, their faces filled with love and sadness. They shared stories of his bravery and kindness, reminding him of the countless lives he had touched. Hero smiled, his heart overflowing with gratitude. He had lived a good life. A kind nurse tended to Hero in his final hours. She was a young woman with gentle eyes and a calming presence. She reminded Hero of Hana, the child who had inspired him to change his path all those years ago. He felt a strange sense of connection with her. As the end drew near, the nurse leaned in close to Hero. She whispered, "My name is Sakura. My mother often spoke of a brave warrior who taught her the importance of peace. His name was Hero." Hero's eyes widened in surprise. Tears welled up in his eyes as he realized the truth. The circle of life had come full circle. The child he had inspired had grown up to comfort him in his final moments. Hero felt a profound sense of peace wash over him. He closed his eyes, content to let go. Hero's story is a testament to the power of choice. We all have the power to choose the path we take in life. We can choose to be defined by our past or to embrace the possibility of a brighter future. Hero's journey reminds us that it is never too late to change. We can choose to let go of anger and resentment. We can choose to forgive ourselves and others. We can choose to embrace love, compassion, and kindness. These choices may not be easy, but they are always worth making. What choices will you make today? Share your thoughts, and let's inspire each other to live lives filled with purpose and meaning. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more heartwarming stories.